Hello everyone, welcome to my Capston Project digital portfolio. This is English 111, Spring 2020. I am Wen-Tien Ricky Lee. Most people just call me Ricky. I'm in a psychological sciences major, and I came to the US because I looked at the best universities in the world, and most of them are in the US, so naturally I came to the US. I chose Purdue because of the world rankings originally, but after a year on campus, I found out that Purdue is not just about numbers, but is also beautiful and have wonderful professors. One of my goals in Purdue is to take as many psychology classes as possible, so as to know the subject better and to pave the pathway to my future. And now we move on to my capstone statement. My digital portfolio will consist of the works from my year in English 111 and 110. These chosen works will demonstrate my work in personal, social, cultural, and academic communities. You will be able to see my growth in English, understand the American culture, and my goal for the year. The picture is when I just got my Purdue ID card, before I had any understanding of the American culture, and before the English classes had a chance to guide me. In my personal community, I chose the video blogs I made this semester. These are the video blogs that I made. Looking back at these video blogs, I can see the growth I made. I'm able to present more of my ideas and give more of my examples. Even though it is virtual, video blogs enable me to be more confident talking to the crowd. For example, in the first semester, when I filmed my first video blog, I was not as confident speaking as I am now. I was hesitant to speak my own mind and wanted to look good for the camera. Now I speak more comfortably and more confidently to a crowd and to the camera. It also enabled me to adapt to the diversity of cultures and to be more open-minded when I watch other people's videos. It made me self-growth and made my mindset change, and it let me adapt to the community. So for my social cultural community, I chose Project 2 of this semester, and the which side are you in a team activity in the class time. From Project 2, which is here, I learned about values and things below the surface in American sports. I developed some concepts from the value and the topic. I developed competition as the value and race and socioeconomic status for the concepts. While researching, I learned some facts about American sports that are under the surface. This made me more familiar with the sports culture of the United States. And in the class activity, I was Northwest in the class time, and I got to interact with other kinds of teamwork personalities, and I found out the pros and cons of each side. It means I learned the flaws I have when working in a team, and I also learned which type of people I can work with best. This also made me more careful with my teammates and more careful when I express myself in work. For my academic community, I chose the English Wen-Tien Project too, where I went last year and I went to a football game with my friends. These football stadiums are an important symbol of the American culture. Football stadiums are not just only a place to have fun with friends, but it's an important way for international students, such as myself, to learn about the American culture. While I was watching American football, I learned the important values and cultures of the sport, which really helped me with my project too from English 111, which is also about sports. With that knowledge, I can develop more concepts about race and socioeconomic statuses. And while watching the sport, I connected my past knowledges of the sport to the new things I learned. And because I'm now living in the United States, it is an important knowledge. So this is the slideshows of my project too, and by applying the DAE model to my field trip, I learned more about the culture and understood the values better, and it made me have a clear idea of the values and concepts as I was doing my project too in English 111. And now to my SMART goal. My SMART goal was to read a chapter of the book, Abnormal Psychology, every weekend until I finished the book. In the past, whenever I made a plan, I only focus on my goal. I don't make plans or focus on the process. But the SMART goal activity taught me otherwise. I now learned how to make my goals more specific and realistic. And it makes me want to make more SMART goals in the future to map out my future easier. While I was doing my SMART goal, I planned out everything, every single detail, which I have never done about plans in the past. I learned how to make plans, and I also learned that things doesn't always go as planned, so we have to make alternatives to make things go smoother. And after a year, I learned that SMART goals are a really good way for you to keep track of everything you have done and to let you finish the goal easier and not give up in the middle. I managed to follow the SMART goal, and I am almost done with the book. So, SMART goals work. Reflection time. Throughout the year, I learned to speak freely in front of a crowd and in front of the camera. I learned more about the culture and values of America. I learned how to organize my goals better. I also learned to develop ideas from values, concepts, and quotes, which I have done in Project 1 of English 111. I learned how to make connections and how to give examples from the quotes and how to develop my ideas. English 111 has been an important part of my life, and I will take knowledge with me to help me succeed in the future. Once again, I'm Ricky Lee, and thank you for listening.